All right, so we've got some exciting news. This was shared to me by Michael over on Twitter. Let's check it out. So at Tribal Chief Mike, how you going, man? Thanks for putting me in this this retweet, letting me know, along with Keybomb and Dynasty, the next game reveal is Thursday. I actually didn't think that we'd actually get like a timetable, but I guess that doesn't make sense either. But what's really surprising though, so shout out to Michael, thanks brother. What's really surprising though is that this is, as you can see down here, right there, Mortal Kombat Legacy Kollection. Okay, so it says here, if you can't make the trip to Gamescom, don't worry, we're bringing it straight to you. Here's the rundown of everything you'll see in the broadcast. I will be broadcasting this. I won't do Wednesdays, but I'll do Thursdays. 100%, like 100%. And I'm going to give you my prediction for it because it's a bold prediction. And sometimes, Cotton, you got to take a chance, bro. But as you can see right here, on Thursday, August 21st, along with other games like Ninja Gaiden 4, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, Age of Empires 4, Overwatch 2, High on Life 2, and The Outer Worlds 2, you also get some other... So, this is kind of the interesting... This is the interesting part, right? The games here that are, like, not bold, right, are some of the ones I'm more interested in, okay? So in the top row, like on Wednesday, things like, what is it, the remake integrated, I'm curious about that, unless that's, I mean, I think that's just for the Xbox, although I have it on PC anyway, so that's fine. Chronos: The New Dawn, I think looks interesting. Obviously, Invincible Versus is going to look pretty good as well. And then you got staple ones there that I'm interested in as well, like World of Warcraft Midnight and, of course, Black Ops 7. Now, on Thursday, like I said, already mentioned Ninja Gaiden, Onimusha. The ones that aren't in bold, outside of Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, I really have my interest, is Final Fantasy Tactics. Obviously, Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater. Not sure, I don't know what Lego Voyages is. I do like Lego games. My Hero Academia, All's Justice. So I'm assuming that's a brand new My Hero Academia fighting game that's come out. My daughter loves that, so that'll be a fun one to get and muck around on. But also we've got like Fragpunk in there as well. Fragpunk is a really good shooter. It's on PC. It's been on PC for a little bit now. It could be still on early access. I'd have to double check. But regardless, obviously the big takeaway news from this naturally is Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I don't know if this is going to be in the order that it's shown. It could be. It could very well be. So that way we end with Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater, which I'm very excited to get. But Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection gets its own row. So here we go. Here's the hope and the hype and all the bullshit that comes with it. Right, you see, it gets its own row, bro, all by itself. All by itself. You know why? Probably because I couldn't fit other games font in there and stuff like that, right? It doesn't mean anything. Okay, but like, seriously though, what's my hype prediction? Well, so conservatively, right, you know, if we're gonna, you know, wine, dine, say some sweet things, you know, whatever. My hope and prediction is that they announce Mythology Sub-Zero and Special Forces at the same time. Including... personally, as the E3 demo that was supposed to be the original Special Forces where you could actually choose between Jax and Sonya. That would be cool. However, if I'm going to start by just tearing the clothes off and just get up on that, Mortal Kombat Gold. You want to know why? Because this is a big event. Right? This is a huge event. Now, somebody can correct me in the comments. I'm pretty sure that, like, we don't have any more other big events. Out like PAX, yeah, sure, whatever, right? But Gamescom, I think, is bigger than PAX, right? Bigger than PAX, right? So the last one, like outside of that, I think would be the what's that fucking award show that they have at the end of the year, right? You know, the Dorito Kings show, Jeff Keighley, right? So they could be having that, like, you know, that I think that's the last massive gaming event that we're getting for the year outside of Gamescom. Sure, we have Pack West, but nah, I don't know, man. I would not be surprised if it's actually a big title. Now, obviously, to curb expectations, and they've already been, told in numerous interviews that there is going to be no 3D collection games in this collection. Okay? There's going to be no MK9 or anything like that. This is purely around the Legacy series, meaning that all the way from the original Mortal Kombat, all the way up to what I would consider Mortal Kombat Gold, including the 2 adventure games as well. Conservatively, it'd be cool if they announced the 2 platformers as well as possibly the E3 demo. That was very cool, and I've played at that a little bit, and it's very awesome. Or they just come out swinging and they surprise everyone with Mortal Kombat Gold, right? Because outside of that, there's nothing else, right? People go, but it could be. Now, again, this is all just predictions, right? But I'm trying to think of it from a logical sort of excitement, hyping point of view. What would you do that would get people excited? Would you really just come out and go, oh, here's Mortal Kombat Trilogy for the N64? No, you're not going to do that, right? Now, I could be wrong, but I haven't been wrong so far. Right? Don't let the bald head fool you, right? There's some wisdom rattling around up there in that large empty space. So, no, seriously. MK Gold would be a big one at the big show, right? This is the big show, right? So that's what you do. And what's interesting is that Sony was the first one to reveal the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection on their show. And now we have Xbox doing this, right? So we may get... You know what would be really cool? Right? Because I love all the secrecy, which is why, like, when I spoke to Headlock the other day and we were talking, he was telling me about his discussions he had with the devs. And I said, just say that again. And he goes, yeah, I turned to this guy and he said, how many more road tours left? And the other guys, there's 2, right? And he goes, oh, okay, there's just 2 more to reveal, And I thought, well, that could just be 2 for the road show. Doesn't mean to say that we're not going to get any more announced after, right? And that could very well be true. But I think the 2 big games that people were waiting to hear, like for the collection post its initial launch reveal, initial reveal video, was Mortal Kombat Trilogy, right? So that one's off the list. The only other massive game that would get people up in their feels, right, is Mortal Kombat Gold. It's as simple as that. There is no other game. But what would be really cool is that they showcase Mortal Kombat 4, and then it does like a switch, and then it, boom, shows us MK Gold, right? So they could go, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to showcase what MK4 looks like arcade emulated. And they show us, and it looks really cool and stuff like that. And then question marks like comes up, boom, turns to MK Gold. Now I know some people going, different emulation, we can't do it, Fate. What are you talking about? Right? Listen, man. Right? They were able to put MK4 on the PS1. They were able to put MK4 on the N64. They were able to put MK4 on the Dreamcast and the PC with MK4 standard on PC, right? MK4 on Dreamcast obviously got MK Gold. My point is, though, is that they were able to take this extraordinarily difficult game and still put it on a home console from the ground up, whatever they did, right? So my hope is that it is Mortal Kombat Gold. Just imagine. Just imagine. Right? Just imagine. Right? The sheer, like, seriously. Right? Now, I'm going to enjoy whatever announcement they got. Outside of, like, some other ones, I know there's, like, MK4, like, a Game Boy version, MK1, Sega CD, Sega Master System version, stuff like that. Listen, man, they're not going to have a dedicated slot They're not going to have a dedicated slot just for like some sort of not as well known or sort of what do you call it? I know what they'll do. I know what they'll do. I don't know what they'll do, but this is what I think they'll do in my head. And if my head is the universe and I'm in charge, this is what they're gonna do, right? They're gonna go, blah blah. Let's check out Mortal Kombat 4, right? And they show us some arcade gameplay, also including Mortal Kombat 4 Game Boy, right? You're sitting there going, yay! Who the fuck asked for this, right? And then the fucking Mortal Kombat Gold reveal. That's what I do, right? So you get your foreplay, right? You get your foreplay. That's MK4. Then you get to Mortal Kombat 4 Game Boy Edition, right? Because that's the only other MK4 version I can think of off the top of my head outside of N64 and PS1. This I'm talking about. This is a MK4 showcase, right? So you get us excited. And then you notice that there's granny panties with MK4 Game Boy, and you're like, this is going to be bad, isn't it? Right? But once you remove them, then we get MK Gold. Right? So, or we'll just, you know, they'll just show us a menu. The fuck? I don't know, man. This is what I like about it. This is what I like about it. Right? I don't care who knows what. Right? I love this excitement. I haven't been this excited about Mortal Kombat in a very long time. To be able to get fully invested and excited about this again after so long is part of the journey for me. It is part of the hype that, you know, all leads to the game finally coming out and us all enjoying ourselves. So yes, let me know what your hype predictions are. You guys know mine. Because I tell you what, at this game show, big show. That would be it. MK Gold is the last one. Everyone is now asking for MK Gold. Everyone. Right? I think most people now have come to accept that we're not getting anything else. That's from the 3D era onwards. As should be. Right? But to be perfectly honest, like MK Gold's the big kahuna. Like that's the big kahuna burger. That's the one, that is the one that needs to get announced. You're listening, Steven? Steven? Oh, he's not listening. Right. Anyone else at Digital Clips? No? No? Okay. Alright. So yeah, and the reason why I mentioned the emulation side of it is because, like, again, you know, they can get Dreamcast games running on a Raspberry Pi and fucking phones. Right? So I'm not saying it's not like going to be an experience, possibly difficult experience to do it. I'm just saying though, it's been done for free for a very long time. Right? It's been done very easily for a very, very, very long time. Okay? So much so that I can get on Fightcade and use those Dreamcast games that are fighting games and play them online against other people. Just saying. Right? I'm just saying. So, but anyway, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think, what your hype predictions are for it. This is all very exciting news. Shout out again to Michael for sharing this to me. Thank you so much, brother. And I will catch you guys next time. See you.